slick this track gets, I mean, you're kind of along for the ride once you get into the corner, and I think that just was wrong place at the right time.
37 cars on the lead lap for the restart. Christopher Bell has led the first 27 from the pole, but he was getting challenged by both Brandon Jones and Justin Allgaier before the yellow came out. It will be Allgaier on the front row with Bell, and once again, driver 19 takes the outside lane.
Actually, looks like a pretty good launch for the 7 car on the inside. Wow, was able to clear Bell getting down into turn 1. I'm telling you, he was about 4/10 a lap quicker than Bell going through. Look at how fast Justin is on this restart through turns 1 and 2. Bell's still trying to get gathered up. It looks to me like the 19 is really loose. He referenced that in the race here last year. He started out good, and then as the race would go on, his car would get looser and looser and looser. And to me, it's what I'm seeing right now in the 19 is that it fired off good, but man, look at Justin. He's right up against the wall, so confident in the 7 car and what he has today.
But can you time it any better than that on a restart? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was just an incredible job.
Yeah, but I was really impressed with the 7 car and the lack of wheel spin. Like, you could see that car kind of squat in the back, and normally that inside row can't accelerate, can't get going, but man, it just looked like going through the gears. The 7 just did a nice job rolling into the throttle, going up through the gears, and never really had that wheel spin.
His teammate is making a play. Ross Chastain in the 9, making his second start of the year. Qualified 27th, but is up inside the top 10. On board with Jesse Love, slides up behind the 48. That's rookie Nick Sanchez.
Yeah, and Nick, we've got to keep our eye on that blue 48 car. You see him cut across the apron. As the 48 is going to slide up. Barely gets in front of Ross Chastain. The 48 that was the fastest car right off the trailer today. He was really good in practice earlier. Thought they had a good long run car. It'd be fun to watch him try to drive up through there. He's in 10th right now.
What do tires mean? I mean, you saw Harrison Burton flying through the field. They made a pit stop. So did Kyle Sieg. They're on those fresher tires and trying to make them pay here. They should really, I don't know what the balance is on tires and when they wear out, but you look over on the right side since the
delta will grow even higher between the two of them. It's interesting to see the 7 car move down on the racetrack that last set of corners in turns 3 and 4, maybe just searching for a little bit of grip.
Race for second, teammates. It's going to be Brandon Jones jumping in front of Christopher Bell. They have gone back and forth for that position, and now they both get out of the way because here comes Harrison Burton on those fresher tires. 25 up to 3rd. He's going to go to 2nd here. This is our Toyota onboard camera.
Yeah, and you would think that you see that gap to Justin Allgaier in front of Harrison Burton. You think, well, he'd want to caution to close that up, but he actually doesn't, because the cycle on the tires actually is a disadvantage for you if you're on fresher tires. So the fact that he can run, yeah, I mean, he's still running a half a second quicker than Justin Allgaier. He'll catch him in the next 3 to 4 laps, and he would like to see this just completely run out, get that stage point, and get 10 stage points for today.
Going to be 8 to go in the stage next time around. Now, the one thing to keep in mind here, and I said this before they came down pit road, you had 4 sets of tires laying in the pits. Great for Harrison Burton now. Great for Kyle Sieg. Great for Brennan Poole. The problem is, if you get multiple cautions in that final stage and you want to come down and get tires, they could run out. If everything runs green and long today, they may be sitting in the catbird seat to steal some points here and have a good finish later, but something we have to keep an eye on, and we'll keep you posted on as the day continues. Harrison Burton now 1.1 seconds behind Justin Allgaier, 8 to go, stage 1.
Yeah, and I can't help but as I look up and I see those cars, seeing Matt Kenseth racing Ricky Rudd right there.
I know
it's so crazy. I'm trying to say these other names as we see these cars going around. The teams have done such a good job of these throwback pink teams this weekend. As you see, Harrison Burton has now caught the 7. And honestly, I don't think you're going to see Justin put up a big fight. You're just at such a disadvantage.
I mean, he's a second faster.
You heard it right.
That's right, yeah.
There's no point in fighting that. It's such a big difference between, you know, the new tires versus the old tires. And this is great for Harrison Burton right now. And as you mentioned, if we get a lot of cautions in that last stage, they'll pay the penalty for that.
Allgaier's won 3 of the last 8 races here. And when he won this race a year ago, he swept the stages and got the checkered flag at the end of the day. Going to be hard to get the stage sweep today just because he's at such a tire deficit. 6 to go. He's racing him a little bit harder than what I anticipated, not giving it away to Harrison Burton. Leader side by side coming off of turn 2, and there it is. 25 pulls out in front. Harrison Burton leading What a drive from the back to the front on those fresh tires.
And I think Harrison was really gracious right there in not getting loose underneath Justin or using him up, knowing that he had such an advantage. But I'm with you. I thought Justin maybe raced him a little harder. We heard Eddie DeHaan come on and say, well, he's almost a second faster.
Kyle Sieg, same strategy up to third. Brennan Poole passing Brandon Jones for fourth. He, too, is on those fresher tires. Great story for Brennan Poole. And you talk about momentum and taking advantage of it. Top 5 run last week at Martinsville. He's going to be Dash for Cash eligible next Saturday at Bristol. And you look at the paint scheme, it's the Looney Tunes scheme, flashing back to Jeff Gordon when he ran at Richmond. Riding around pre-race with Bugs Bunny.
Unbelievable, yeah. Super cool car. He actually won the best throwback this year or earlier today. And we talk about the stage points. This is huge for that 44 team to get up here. He might get up to third, maybe even, they're going to get up to about third and fourth right here. It's a lot of stage points for them. And if you can do that, 3 or 4 times a year, it makes a huge difference when the playoffs started. He mentioned that was his goal. He's like,